So, have you ever been so angry with yourself that you decided to redo an entire episode? Hello everyone, I'm Tessellating Hexagons, and fair warning, this is a bonus episode going up the same day as the episode it's mirroring. There will be no particular progress in this episode apart from literally one thing, and I will address it in the next episode anyway, just in case. So, I'll be making no progress in this episode that I didn't make in the original episode 5, it's just, having watched it back, I am so angry with my performance. Like, look, just do that, just bounce off that, just get that. Tess, it really is a difficult, and that doesn't even kill the enemy, so you can just do it as many times as necessary. I mean, it's a small miracle that I got all 6 treasures from the previous take of this episode, because I did so badly at everything. Thing is, though, like, this is a strong argument for why I should practice before I record these episodes, but no, I do want to do, like, sort of a, I want to go in as blind as I can, because I want this to be a good experience for anyone watching, and, okay, some people enjoy that sort of cringy, like, oh, Tess almost gets what he's doing, but not quite, like, some people enjoy that. I feel so much shame, but I feel it behoves me to give it another go. And you'll notice that I'm doing this on the same save file as the previous episode, previous take of this episode, just because, like, I didn't want to, like, formally do it over, because I didn't want to have to worry about getting all the treasures again, and yet here I am anyway. But I guess if you want the complete experience of this episode, I don't know, watch it twice, watch me get all the treasures, and then watch me go to where all the treasures were a second time. If you're using just this episode for the sake of 100% completion, I suppose I can try to show them, but note that I'm not really, like, the purpose of this episode, more than anything, is just to restore my pride, to show that I can do the things I was setting out to do. I was just bad at them the first time around, because I was rambling about nothing, and just having a fantastic experience. Now, the one thing that I have concerns about is the killing 3 enemies with 1 ball thing. I never did figure out how to do that, and yeah, between the last episode and this one, I could have taken time out to actually look that up, and I didn't. So, good. That's fine, I wanted this down here anyway. I'm just gonna keep standing still and taking damage if that's quite okay. Maybe, bear in mind you can't throw down, well, you can't throw objects downwards in this game, so I'd imagine this isn't how you're meant to do it, but I gotta give it a try anyway. Nope, that failed horribly. Can I just... Nope, that didn't even go in the hole. Teehee. Oh! I did not expect that to work! So what I was thinking is, because it took me like 3/4 of last episode to realize you can just tap the button to throw gently, I thought maybe there would be, like, because I'm throwing it gently, that wouldn't count as being strong enough to kill the enemies at a time. Well, it worked, is the point. Also, I don't know if there's any significance to that sparkle, apart from just showing you where to throw the ball, but that's something else that I need to explain, and I'll get to it in due course, just because it isn't relevant quite yet, or it might be, I can't actually confirm. You may have noticed in the previous recording of this episode, I was looking for something specific in Glitter Town, and I found it, but I didn't realize that I'd found it, because... And these are things that exist throughout this game, and Glitter Town is just so happens to be the only iteration of that where I actually know where to find it. But there are things throughout this game where you go to the right place, and you do the Wario screen nuke fist pound thing, and a thing happens. I won't spoil what that is just yet, but that's the one thing that's happening in this recording session that didn't in the previous one, simply because I thought, for some reason, and I don't know why, that if you did a ground pound, you'd get like a little, like, confirmation sparkly kind of thing, just to say, yeah, this is the right place, do the pound. And in hindsight, that's such a dumb idea, why would it even work like that to begin with? So, yeah, I just need to go back to that one ledge, which I don't know how you're supposed to know that it's that ledge, I just do know, and I don't know how I know. And we're gonna go back there and do the one thing that I didn't even think to try, because I thought I was gonna get confirmation and I didn't. And I guess I'm still going after the treasures, so this might as well have been in my backup save file, but it ain't. There you go, there's another treasure. Now, there are some games, I'm sure, where if you found one of these treasures that you've already got, you get like a little points bonus or something, just to make it a bit easier on you to get the get however many coins achievement. But no, all we get, our only prize, is an empty box. Sad had. Well, this episode is decidedly less gibberish than the previous one, so hopefully it's coming across as better quality. I keep referring to it as the previous episode. You know what my meaning is. My meaning is perfectly transplampulant. And I'm back on the bullshit again. I don't know why this took me so many tries the first time. I think part of it is jumping badly there, but also forgetting that with the speedy uppy bit, Wario can turn as you want him to, rather than, like, unlike with the fire, you don't need to bounce, and in fact you can't bounce off stuff. You have to tell him when to turn, and that's one thing that I sort of forgot about. Yay. This achieved nothing because I had to go back up for that sack of coins, and I may have screwed myself out of it, but then again, maybe not. I forget how gravity works. Yeah, no, we can just grab it from here. I will still never be comfortable with when you shake the sacks and the money flies everywhere, because it's so bad for my score points. Give me the money. It appears to have gone. It despawns so quickly, and it goes so everywhere, and it's so pain. So, hopefully, this episode's turning out much less cringeworthy than last time. It appears to be. So, I can live. Now, while we're here, can I achieve anything by sticking this fork into something? I don't wait, hold on a minute. Moment of clarity. Moment of absolute clarity. Is this one of those moments where, you know, can I please? No? Okay, this isn't apparently one of those, yeah. I thought maybe this would be one of those areas like with, like with Glitch Town. I don't know where the rest of those are, I just know they recur throughout the game. I thought maybe because they gave me a fork handle that maybe I could, like maybe there was something to be gained by using it. And there may still yet be. You stop that. Like, if I step here and throw that there, and then bounce like that, nothing happens. Whatever. I don't know enough about the secrets of this game, so... Like, I'll come back for them later once I have some way of finding out where these secrets are, but I'm not an expert enough to know at this present moment. Anyway, we must go. I'm going to try and get the golden enemy this time, which is why we're still here. Because goodness knows, I did the easy part in the original recording, and then got splamped up by turning at a bad time and getting poogled by an enemy. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, Adu. So, first of all, I'm gonna bamp you and then shake you for your money, because that's... There. Stop existing. There we go. And then for extra titties and giggles, can I go back? Because this is another thing that didn't occur to me in the original recording. Maybe I could go back to the super boost. I can't go back to the super boost, never mind. So, we may yet get the money, because we shook the golden enemy. We're definitely not going to get the time, because that's literally about to run out, like, now. Like, now? Now. There we go. Got there in the end. And one other thing I also didn't think to try is, if I go in here, and then turn around, but then slide... Yeah, no, I did wonder if I could cheese my way into going back down, and no, I cannot. Everything is sad. Now, the other thought I'd had is... What if I were to go and... Okay, a couple of things. What? Nope, hang on, it's completely gone. I had a separate thought about maybe throwing a fork friend into the sparkly, and that disrupted my entire mental funky flow. Well, we can charge back like this instead, and have a fantastic time, and maybe even discover something new along the way. Or run into a wall and completely ruin it all, because I'm sure somewhere back here, there's going to be a wall that we can bust through at super speed, but we can't because Wario did a bad leg. Oh yes, the other thought I was thinking is, in this moment, it occurred to me that what if, in that room with the golden enemy, it's more about breaking open all of the various walls with the supercharge, and then going back for the golden enemy, because then you'd have access to all of the money. So that's probably how you're supposed to get that achievement. Well, whatever. This was no quicker than the previous episode, but it was a damn sight more fruitful. I'm not even entirely sure if I got all the treasures this time around, but it doesn't matter because I've already got them, and that's kind of why I'm playing on the same save file. I made a backup just in case people weren't happy with it, but it's none of your damn business what I do with my time. Then why am I recording it and putting it on the internet for all to see? Right, Glitter Town. There was another thing that like, well, first of all, I want to see if I can do the no damage achievement, but no promises there, but also, the bomb thing I was making so much harder for myself than it needed to be. And you would have thought, for all the lyrical I was waxing about how much I love this level, that I'd be a bit better versed in it, but in my defense, I would like to rush to remind you that I haven't played this game in years, apart from for this Let's Play, so there's a lot that I don't remember, but hey, any excuse to play Glitter Town again with its good music. It's good music. It's good music. You can speed shortcut if you jump just right there, because the froth at the top of the water jets counts as a solid platform, and because that's there while the jets are spawning in, that counts as solid platformery. Also, make a point of throwing the enemy, up and away, otherwise... I don't remember, but I suspect that if you throw an enemy at a large coin sack, the coin sack will just act like you charged into it. It'll bust open, so... Make sure you shake the sacks and try not to damage them. Always shake your sacks, children. Don't shake the sacks of... Don't put children in a sack and then shake them. They might die. There we go. That's what I was trying to explain. The timing is a bit wonky because it's later than you think. Now this bit I feel like I can get away without showing, but if you go down from here rather than up, then you get a baguette. And by baguette I mean there's a treasure down there. It's the first one on the list on the right of the screen. It's duck soup something. We've already got it, no need to go back for it. So, just know that it's there. You fall down, there are platforms, it's a fantastic time. And in my defense... Oh, I'm sad by this. Well, at least the bomb destroyed the enemy, but this is how you're supposed to get the double bomb achievement. Time this just right. And then the explosion of the first will destroy the second, if you do it just right. Unfortunately, the Wii Remote's not spectacularly responsive, so it's kind of a crapshoot. Please? There we go, that's how you're supposed to do that. That's, watching the episode, the original version of this episode back in editing, kind of makes me sad, because it looks like my timing is absolute shite, and this sounds like an excuse, but please bear with me. Because, maybe it's because it's shake controls, I always have, I will always defend motion controls, don't get me wrong. But... I have a bit of a history with specifically shake controls, because with this, you have to shake the Wii Remote to make Wario be it counts as a button press, basically, in order to make the shaky shake happen. And especially in one of the Wii Party games, there's one minigame in that specifically, I forget which one. I don't remember which version of the game it is, Party or Party U. It's not what I stopped it on. But there's something about the whole Wii Remote thing where there's some disconnect with me and the remote, and I don't want to admit that it's my fault because I feel like it isn't, but sometimes it just won't register when I'm shaking it, so... And I've tried this with multiple Wii Remotes, so clearly I am the problem here. I don't want to admit it, but apparently I am. But the fact that you're having to do a continuous motion that, controls-wise, equates to a button press is kind of awkwardness, so... Really? You were just off screen, so you're immune to my damage. I'm sad. Just the fact you have to shake the remote, and it's not clear at what point in the shake that the button press happens, and so, because of that... Camera, thank you. See, I did a full shake the remote there, and it didn't count. So... I'm having a difficult time explaining this, but because it's a continued motion, whereas with a button... There's the rising action and the falling action. The rising action is you press the button, the falling action is you release the button. It's obvious at what point in that process the input is counted. With shaking the remote, it's not obvious until it's too late that you haven't shaken it enough, or that you've shaken it too much, or whatever. So, just then, I've basically been having to, shake the Wii Remote twice in the span of time that's supposed to, well, you're supposed to shake it once in order to do an action. I've been shaking it multiple times, just to make sure that it registers, and that can really mess with your sense of timing when it comes to these, time-sensitive things. I'm going to put you down there, because what I wanted to do was this. There you go. There's a secret map. That's the one thing... Wario, I did not tell you to fall down, you angry Clemp. But that's the one thing that I was trying to do in the original recording of this episode, and the only thing that's different between this and the original take of that episode. Because I was supposed to just... booty bop the floor, get some kind of indicator that I was in the right place, and that's how you get secret levels. I should clarify here and now. Because that's one thing I was never clear on as a child. Because I knew there were secret levels, I just didn't know how you found them. Turns out you find them by finding secret maps. And I didn't know how you knew where the secret maps were. Or, like, I didn't know how you got clues as to... Like, it was a very unclear process to me, so... Anyway, you're dead. Now, if you go off-screen holding the golden enemy and it despawns in the screen transition, that doesn't count as killing the golden enemy, I think. So, make sure it dies. Which sounds really... like, aggressive, because the pizza is aggressive. Now, where's the limit of this platform? Because I want to get as much money as I can. Because Wario time. Now, as like, me being a Brit, do any of y'all in the audience object to how I pronounce Wario's name? Because I know that's one thing that Brits and Americans tend to be at odds about. The pronunciation of Mario versus Mario, which, like, if you're going on the Japanese spelling, that's definitely wrong. And Wario, Wario, or Wario, you know, and fuck it, like that's where you get the achievement for money. And well, I'd imagine that if you keep spamming that, you'll get the. I forgot about this part. Sadness. If you stay behind at that slot machine and just like repeatedly get the gold on it, then that's how you get the maximum money thing. So that's how you get the pink diamond. And I didn't realize I'd be able to keep my charge, so I've kept my charge, and now we descend with speed. Thing is, though, because I spent that time, like, this seems like the obvious quick way to go, and also, for that matter, if you stay behind and, like, make sure you get all of those coins, you'll also get the achievement for, like, because I stayed behind to wait for those fountains, I feel as though that's part of the reason why I didn't get the time achievement there. And what am I supposed to do if the fountains aren't lined up with when I leave that room? You know? Because that's clearly the quicker of the two ways, so I'm sad. Or maybe it's not, maybe there's some other way of compensating. Well, yeah, I was going to say why didn't I get the coin achievement, but it's because you need to stay behind that one slot machine. Anyway, this time we're done for real. I found a secret map, let's see what this does, and then I'll end the episode, because I know what it does, but I've never seen it actually happen. There we go, we unlocked a secret level. So at some point, probably in the next episode, for real, we'll cover, like, in the next episode, at the start, I will mention what happened in this take of the episode, and then we'll go and take on Neon City, which, that's a lot of stuff. So, I've been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode we'll do Chortlebot, and then if this comes up, then it comes up. I will see you then for that, and hopefully this turned out a lot better than the last time I tried doing this episode. Practice makes perfect, my lovely people.